What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Philip and I'm a sports psychology consultant, and on this channel, Psycho-Pass Shoot Score, what I like to do is look into topics such as sports psychology and anime. So if any of those topics interest you, hit that subscribe button, and I hope you enjoy this video today. What I'm going to be doing is looking into Haikyu, the popular hyped volleyball series. I'm on episode 6, I'm going to be reviewing that, and episode 7, kind of from a sports psychology perspective. I've already done the previous episodes, so if you haven't seen those videos, go check those out and then come straight back for this review. So without further ado, let's get into it.
途中休んだし、バス降りたら平気です。
そうか、ならいい。今日の試合はお前の働きにかかってるかな。
Uh-oh. The pressure's coming back now.
トイレ行ってきます。
上の次は下か。忙しいやつだな。あいつまた情けねえな。
Oh no, Kageyama. That doesn't work on him. Thank you. Suga actually gets it, that he's still having those kind of pressure issues, wanting to throw up, that I kind of address, and we can see right from the get-go in episode 1. But at least Suga, one person on the team, gets it, that physically, even though he's making these improvements, mentally he still has these issues of handling pressure, and Kageyama still thinks that he can just beat it into him. But then they need to understand that pressure is this unique thing that each individual teammate handles differently, and the approach that Suga has is a lot more beneficial to Hinata than any other approach that their teammate has to that. So good job to Suga for that. Oh yeah, his old teammate.
確かに個人技は頭一つ抜けてましたけど、チームプレーってもんが根本的に向いてないんすよ。あいつ自己中だから。
Well, he's not wrong.
久しぶりじゃねえの。
Uh-oh, here we go.
そっちでどんな独裁政権敷いてんのか楽しみにしてる。
What is he gonna say back? So it's definitely going to be interesting to see in this match, because he has, I think, 2 old teammates from his junior high, so it's going to be interesting to see the kind of development that has already been placed for Kageyama. Even though it's only been a couple of weeks, he's only just got into the team, there's been some dramatic improvements on his leadership abilities and his way to kind of communicate with the athletes. So even though we, the viewer, have seen it, it'll be interesting to see whether his previous teammates have seen that as well. So this is a great match at a great time. So even with that, it shows that Kageyama's improvement has actually occurred, because now Hinata, a new teammate, sees his skills one way, but his old teammate sees it a kind of different way. So it kind of shows a bit more of his improvement over the past couple of weeks. Yeah. Here we go. Pressure. The nerves again. Uh-oh. Oh, and now he's serving. Oh, this is the worst. Oh. Uh-oh. See, that even shows You know what, to be fair, I'm not really surprised about that happening and Hinata actually having a bad serve. Because from a psychological perspective, he had a lot of negative self-talk before he hit that serve. And basically what self-talk is, it's the inner dialogue an athlete has with themselves, and it happens all throughout the match. And that self-talk has a big impact on their performance. If it's positive, it can have a positive impact on the decisions they make and the techniques that they use. But then on the flip side, if it's negative, then as you can see, it can have a negative effect on performance. And it kind of has like a relationship in terms of your thoughts impacts your behaviors, which impacts your actions, which then subsequently impacts your thoughts. And if that cycle is positive, then that's going to help with your performance. However, if that's negative, and it was for Hinata, this is what kind of happens. There's a negative outcome. Close. Close, but... Uh-oh. He missed the ball. Here we go. Yeah, I can tell he's definitely going to be surprised about that. Nice. There you go. Now he's starting to get back into it. Yeah. Yeah, time to get those points back. The coach looks stressed now. Oh yeah, that's true. He could have been on the team.
Karasuno だったからあの5番がいたからこその今の影山なのかもしれない。
Yeah, that coach said it perfectly. Like, a team isn't just a collection of the greatest athletes and then they come together and just dominate. I mean, a lot of times that does happen, but some of the great teams are teams and players who are strong in one area, but then other teammates are weak in that area, and they kind of combine together and mesh together very, very well to be very cohesive and work as a unit. So yeah, he's definitely shown that within volleyball. But then even another example in basketball, for example, the San Antonio Spurs, they're a team that doesn't have a lot of high profile elite players, but a lot of their players are strong in one area, and the area which they're weak in, other teammates help them out, and that's what helps them to combine together to be an elite team. There's a new character now, okay. But he's coming at a bad time. The match is about to be over. Man, that's a good serve, wow. And that's really good kind of player analysis. He literally just came into the game, didn't know anything about the first two sets, but just from that little bit that he saw within when he was warming up, he's already analyzed the weakness and attacked them. So that's great kind of leadership abilities and just player analysis. That's really good on him. And he's got a little bit of confidence to him. That's good. Nice, good adjustment.
きっちり決めなよお前ら。
Definitely one of the leaders of the team.
よし完全にブロック振り切っこのチビなんで。
Nice, nice Hinata. Oh, he's already off again.
一歩一瞬ほんの少しでも遅れればもうこいつには追いつけない。追いつけるのはボールだけだ。
Oh, the stare down. He actually opened his eyes and hit it. Nice. That was a really good shot. Well, and that ends the game. To be fair, I'm actually quite surprised. I didn't think that they were going to win because that's one of the top teams within their region, and it's still kind of early within the season, still kind of early within the show, but you can see that they are really good in some areas but not really good in other areas, and they were able to come out with the win, which is good for them.
だから謝んな。お、仲直りなんかしねえ。別にもともと仲良くねえしな。お、そんで次は絶対に俺たちが勝つ。 次も金田氏次戦う時も勝つのは俺たちだ。あいつ
Yeah, he did, that's true.
いっつも俺がって一人で戦ってるみたいな言い方してたくせに。くそなんか悔しいな。
I think with both Hinata and Kageyama, they've both made improvements over the short time they've been on the team, but they're both kind of very unique. On one hand, Hinata's made a lot of physical improvements with his receiving, a bit more of his kind of jumping and physical abilities and like utilizing that a bit more in kind of a match setting. But Kageyama, he hasn't really made a lot of physical improvements, but it's more been that mental side. So adopting that mindset in terms of it's not just about myself, it's not just I, it's about we, and how can I come together and bring everyone else together for us to kind of win the matches, and that kind of we mentality which they were kind of talking about. I feel like that's more of the improvement that he's made, which is very beneficial for the team overall, especially at this short kind of young stage within their season.
正直、及川のいる正常と真っ向勝負で戦って勝つためにはまだ決定的に足りないものがある。
True.
ああ、さすがキャプテン。ちゃんと分かってるね。出たな大王様。ちっちゃい君。最後のワンタッチとブロードすごかったね。
あーへへへ。
次は最初から全力でやろうね。
Yeah, that's true actually what he's saying, because he only came in within the last couple of points in the last set. So in all honesty, I feel that if he was in the match from the start, they probably wouldn't have won, because he's definitely probably their best player. So it'll be interesting to see if they're probably going to face off in the tournament. It's going to be interesting to see how they kind of collide and what actually happens when both teams are at their full power. Maybe Karasuno develops a bit more, but I'm so looking forward to that. But there you have it. That ends today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Looking at Haikyuu, looking at this anime from a sports psychology perspective. I chose this anime because I feel that it shows a lot of the developmental kind of side to sports. And that developmental side is mainly through kind of like the psychological skills that they develop, as well as kind of physical skills. But I hope you enjoyed it. Smash that subscribe button if you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video.